Oh, and the controversy continues for Linkin Park. This is not going to anytime soon, is it? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So, I've had a lot of messages and comments regarding this, so I thought, do you know what? I've got nothing to do today. So, I'm going to film a new video. So, as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of Linkin Park content recently, which has been really fun and has been doing quite good on the channel. Been enjoying doing it. But obviously, the elephant in the room, there's a lot of controversy going on surrounding Linkin Park at the moment. And I don't normally do these kind of videos because I don't really like looking at stuff like this, but it's got to a point where it's kind of overshadowed the band returning. So I thought, I've had a lot of people I've been talking to, like friends and stuff online, saying they don't actually know what's going on. So I thought I'd actually cover this in the video today. Be a bit different, be a bit raw, sort of bit of honest reaction. There's a few articles I'm going to be reading because lots of information's come out within the last week from like people in Chester Bennington's family. Obviously, you know, we've got the Emily Armstrong situations. There's all these different things that are going on. So I thought, you know what, I'll just read these articles, like react to it, and I'll give my take on it. As much as a lot of the fan base, me included, is glad the band is back, the controversy's kind of taken over from that, and yeah, like the band's not really put anything out about it, to be honest. There's two articles I'm going to read. I'll put the links in the description, so if you guys actually want to read it without me waffling and talking over it, you can have a read of it. One I found is quite recent. I think at the time I recording this, when did it come out? 19th of September this come out, so obviously I'm recording on the 22nd, so this is literally quite fresh. This one's on vulture.com, so what I'll do, I'll just go through this, points I'm going to highlight as well, and then obviously at the end I'll, as I usually do, give my waffle spiel, as they say, and just talk about it. But without further ado, I'll jump straight into this, so let's see what this article says. Okay then, so, ready? Let's begin. So yeah, like I said, this one's on vulture.com, and the headline title, What's Up with Linkin Park's New Singer? And we got a picture of Emily Armstrong. Guessing that's from Dead Sarah days. So yeah, it goes on to start with a pun. I kind of appreciate that. So in the end, it actually wasn't the end for Linkin Park. The rock band is back with new music for the first time in 7 years, and a new singer as well. Obviously, new drummer, Colin Brittain. So got to give a shout out to Colin because he's awesome. So Emily Armstrong joined the band, replacing the late Chester Bennington, who died in 2017. Armstrong has sung in the band Dead Sarah since 2005 and makes her Linkin Park debut on the new single The Emptiness Machine, which is actually a banger. I actually really like that song. Sharing vocal duties with Linkin Park co-founder Mike Shinoda. Colin Brittain is also joined Linkin Park as the new drummer, with Rob Bourda not returning, which obviously got addressed in the Zane Lowe interview. She joined the band on stage for the first time September 5th and will feature on their new anthem Zero, which comes out on the November 15th, which is like a couple of months away. But Armstrong's addition was already been controversial, as fans scrutinised her history with Scientology and convicted beep Danny Masterson. I won't say that word for obvious reasons because YouTube don't like that. She addressed her past support Masterson in an Instagram story statement on September 6th. She did actually come out, I remember seeing that. But Masterson accuser Chrissy Carnell-Bixler responded that Armstrong has no business replacing Chester Bennington. Now, Bennington's son Jamie and his mother Susan Eubanks have criticised the band for hiring Armstrong and remain silent on the choice. So there's been a lot of people that have been coming out about this, which I'll give my take on once I've finished reading. So who is Emily Armstrong anyway? So as we mentioned, Armstrong's been playing music for over 20 years, forming her band Dead Sarah with guitarist, I'm absolutely going to butcher that, Susie Medley in the early aughts. Apologise if I butchered that. I don't know how to say that name. The band released its first EP in 2008, but didn't break out till 2012, because I think I came across them 10 or 11, I think, maybe. It was definitely, yeah, it's around about that time. I've known them for about at least 10 years, so yeah, well, 12 years technically. When Independent released a self-titled debut album and their single Weatherman, which is actually a belter, I really like that song, and it cracked the rock and alternative charts. Maybe you remember them from Warped Tour 2012 or Season 4 Vampire Diaries. Ah, that's why I recognise them. One of their songs, I heard it and I was like, where have I heard that before? Because I re-listened to Dead Sarah when this all came out. I'm not really watching Vampire Diaries. Sorry, that's not happening. I'll search the clip up. Dead Serious since released 2 more albums, Pleasure to Meet You in 2015 and Ain't It Trash in 2021. Most recently, they feature on Demi Lovato's song Help Me off Holy Fuck and open for a corresponding tour. Oh, cool, I didn't know that. Armstrong had a lot of respect in the rock world before joining Linkin Park. She sang on Courtney Love's 2010 album Nobody's Daughter and has been praised by Jefferson Airplane's Grace Slick and Foo Fighters' Dave Grohl. Some high praise from some high people in the industry. And she's a Linkin Park fan. She told Billboard she especially loved the band's 2000 album Hybrid Theory when it came out, and the song One Step Closer, which, like I've said in previous videos, Hybrid Theory was a lot of people, including myself's gateway into the rock world, and obviously the first introduction to Linkin Park. And this is the bit we all want to dissect. So why did Linkin Park add a new singer? After Bennington's death in 2017, Linkin Park went on hiatus, only performing publicly for a tribute concert, which, yeah, they got all loads of different artists, like Jeremy McKinnon from Dead to Remember came out, M. Shadow from Avenged Sevenfold, Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 came out there, Derek Whibley from Sum 41. They all came out to do certain songs, and it was really cool tribute. I think Ollie Sykes and Bring Me as well came out. So I remember watching that, and it was just cool, like how they're all celebrating the life of Chester. That would have been quite a special one to go to, actually. In the years that followed, Shinoda and the band went back and forth publicly about the future of Linkin Park. And this is quotes that Mike Shinoda have said in the past. I'm unable to say what will happen with the band, Shinoda told Vulture in 2018. The band members soon started spending time together again afterward, but didn't intend to make another album. I would float the idea of getting together. We get together and it was fun, but there wasn't any creative momentum, Shinoda told Billboard. Linkin Park invited Armstrong to Shinoda's studio for maybe 3 days in 2019, she said, but she hadn't joined the band. A few years later, Shinoda started working for her again, along with some other singers. Once Linkin Park started booking shows, Shinoda began wondering how to handle vocals. Am I going to be carrying a bunch of vocals? He told Apple Music, are we going to have another vocalist? Are we going to have multiple vocalists on stage? He said the band considered making Armstrong a featured artist before inviting her to be a member. And this is another quote. When I started to hear Emily's voice on things, it was the first time that my brain would accept it as a Linkin Park song, Shinoda said. And yes, she can scream. The band's DJ Joe Hum said the first time Shinoda asked Armstrong to scream, for me that did it. And this is referenced in the Zane Lowe interview, so that's just quotes from that. And this is obviously the elephant in the room. And it goes on to say, but is Armstrong a Scientologist? That's the big question. Armstrong has never publicly identified with the Church of Scientology, though she did attend a gala in 2013. Most recently, Armstrong supported actor and prominent Scientologist Danny Masterson at his 2020 trial, where he was convicted on 2 counts. I think he's serving like life sentence. How did Armstrong address the controversy? Without identifying Masterson by name, Armstrong walked back her past support of him in a brief notes app stated posted to her Instagram story on the evening of September 6th. I remember seeing this actually. The singer, who said she wanted to clear the air about something that happened a while back, described being asked to support someone I considered a friend at a court appearance and attend an early court hearing as an observer. Soon after I realised I shouldn't have, she said, I always try to see good in people and I misjudged them. I've never spoken with him since. Armstrong added that unimaginable details emerged and the person was found guilty. To say as clearly as possible, I do not condone abuse or violence against women, and I empathise with the victims of these crimes she included. I remember seeing that come out actually, because as soon as like this announcement come out, yeah, it was like all these things started to trickle out online. So she did address that. What has the rest of the band said? Linkin Park has not made an official statement on the controversy around Armstrong, but Shinoda addressed fans on the band's Discord on September 8th. Oh, I didn't know about this actually. Many people take time to wrap their heads around us with her, he wrote. If people are respectfully not there yet, I'm totally fine with that, but disrespect me and you'll lose my respect in return. He didn't address Armstrong's statement or the Scientology allegations, but said the band needs to give space for everyone who is shocked processing. Okay, I didn't know that actually. I'm not actually a part of their Discord, but I'm part of the fan club, so yeah, it's weird because it's not really been addressed yet, but maybe it's going to get to a point where there's going to be so much fire from this that they'll have to. What's the response to Armstrong joining the band? Through Rolling Stone, Bennington's mother, Susan Eubanks, expresses her discontent with how the revival Linkin Park has gone forward. She claims that the band had promised to let her know if there's any inkling of going forward without Bennington. And she goes on to say, I feel betrayed. They told me that if they were ever going to do something, they would let me know. They didn't let me know, and they probably knew that I wouldn't I wasn't going to be very happy. I'm very upset about that, Eubank shared. I feel like they're trying very hard to erase the past. They're performing songs that Chester sang, and I don't know how the fans are taking it. But I know how I'd take it, and having Armstrong sing my son's songs is hurtful. Okay. I'll react to that at the end. I've got quite a few things to say on this, actually. In the same statement, Eubanks claims that Shinoda and Bennington's ex-wife, Samantha Bennington, had remained close since Chester's death, but Samantha refuted those claims, writing, I have not spoken with Mike Shinoda since I was married to Chester. I have not seen him since prior to my divorce in 2005. I believe my mother-in-law is mixing up bands between Linkin Park and Grey Days. Grief and sadness messes with your memory. Interesting. Bennington's oldest son, Jamie, or Jaime, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, I think it's Jamie, criticised Shinoda's comments about disrespect on Instagram. He claims Shinoda quietly erased my father's life and legacy and has refused to acknowledge the impact of hiring someone like Emily. Jamie has implied he was restricted from interacting with Shinoda or his wife, Anna, who have betrayed the trust loaned to you by decades of fans and supporting human beings, including myself. Jamie continued, we trusted you to be the bigger, better person, to be the change because you promised us that was your intention. Now you're just senile and tone deaf insane. I remember seeing this on Instagram, like, this story, he was just going off on this. Masters and accuser Chrissy Carnell-Bixler and her husband Mars Volta, singer Cedric Bixler-Zavala. Yeah, this is one of the main things I saw, actually. That's one of the reasons I want to do this video. Both former Scientologists, which that wasn't put out publicly. Okay, interesting. Each spoke out against Armstrong after she joined the band and criticised Armstrong again after her statement September 6th. Carnell-Bixler said Armstrong has no right to fill the shoes of Chester Bennington, a true advocate, on Instagram. I don't give a fuck that you are very close to the serial. I don't give a fuck that you lied in your apology Instagram story, Carnell-Bixler wrote. I do care that you participated after being asked in the cruel intimidation of Jane Doe with your cult pals at cult. Damn, this is heavy. I do care that you didn't once mention that you're a member of a child and human trafficking cult that covers all the abuses and of children and adults. I do care that your parents work for OSA, Office of Special Affairs, the cult of Scientology, which have been ordering attacks on me and my family, which include, which includes murdering my dogs in the most inhumane and even ways. I do care that they've been attacking and harassing my fellow sister survivors. And this is a response from Cedric Bixler-Zavala on his Instagram, which is quite, this is heavy. Bixler-Zavala meanwhile reposted his wife's statement with a comment of his own. He also criticised Armstrong for her alleged behaviour during Marston's trial and for remaining close to Marston's ex-wife, Bijou Phillips, who is involved in Scientology. Today is the 1 year anniversary of having put this shitbag you thought was a good guy in jail, Bixler-Zavala wrote. You can't even say sorry to the Jane Does properly, huh? Your apology is worded, and as if you hired some PR crisis team to help you. He went on to attack Linkin Park for hiring Armstrong and asked them to no longer play music from his band at the drive-in before shows. You should fire your entire team for not thoroughly vetting your choice. He added, you're a Disney-level brand trying to make a comeback and you didn't think to spend a little money on looking into her. Before Armstrong's statement, Carnell-Bixler called her a hardcore Scientologist who supported convicted serial both in and out of court on their Instagram story. Carnell-Bixler's specific accusation resulted in a hung jury. Emily Armstrong is a true believer of the Scientology cult criminal organisation that engages in human and child trafficking, child and elder abuse to cover up countless essays on children and adults, she continued. Bixler-Zavala meanwhile reposted a comment he previously left on Dead Serious Instagram about Armstrong's support of Marxism. Remember, Emily, remember how your fellow Scientology goon squad surrounded one of the Jane Does when she was trying to leave the elevators, he wrote. The cult shows had to escort her away from the awful cult. He also called Armstrong a born-in Scientologist and called her corny ass multiple times. Bixler-Zavala has since deleted the Instagram story, but Carnell-Bixler still has his comment up. Yeah, and that's just a screenshot of what he left on the Dead Sarah account. Meanwhile, many Linkin Park fans online quickly expressed dismay at Armstrong Scientology associations. Growing up really is just your favourite bands depressing you. And yeah, it's just, I remember seeing stuff like this going around Twitter and stuff. Shout out to State of the Scene. They are legends. And I just got a tweet. Emily Armstrong, new vocalist Linkin Park, has released a statement in regards to her past support of Dave Masterson. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this is what Emily Armstrong posted on her story. after this all started to come to light, and she put, "Hi, I'm Emily. I'm new to so many of you, and I wanted to clear the air about something that happened a while back. Several years ago, I was asked to support someone like as a friend at a court appearance, and went on to one early hearing as an observer. Soon after, I realised I shouldn't have. I always try to see the good in people, and I misjudged him. I have never spoken with him since. Unimaginable details emerged, and he was later found guilty. To say it as clear as possible, I do not condone abuse or violence against women, and I empathise with the victims of these crimes." Okay, so that's, there's a lot of information to divulge there. I'll give my thoughts on it because I just want to quickly go through this next article. This is from the LA Times. Again, I'll post all of these in the description down below. This one goes on to start. Chester Bennington's mother drags Linkin Park as new singer. I feel betrayed. The mother of the late Linkin Park frontman Chester Bennington says she feels hurt and betrayed by the rap rock band for launching its latest iteration without giving her a heads up. "I feel betrayed. They told me that if they were ever going to do something, they would let me know. They didn't let me know, and they probably knew that I wasn't going to be very happy. I'm very upset about it," Susan Eubank said in an interview with Rolling Stone published Thursday. Linkin Park was co-founded in Augur Hills 96 by Benson, Linkin Park's returning members, rapper producer Mike Shinoda, guitarist Brad Delson, DJ Joe Hahn, and Dave Phoenix Farrell. The influential group, which went by Zero before Benson joined its ranks, announced it was getting back together earlier this month, 7 years after the singer's passing in 2017. The arrangement was known to be including new vocalist Emily Armstrong, previously of LA-based rock band Dead Sarah, taking on Bennington's role, and new drummer Colin Brittain. The band released new studio album from Zero on November 15th. Yeah, we know all this. In a statement on September 5th, the four surviving founders said they had started hanging out in recent years in an attempt to reconnect with the creativity and camaraderie of their earlier days. Shinoda said that the album title From Zero refers to both his humble beginnings and the journey we're currently undertaking. Sonically and emotionally, it is about past, present and future, embracing our signature sound but new and full of life. It was made with a deep appreciation of our new and long-time bandmates, our friends and family and our fans. During the band's September 11th show at the Kia Forum, Shinoda told the crowd that the band was thrilled to be back. It is not about erasing the past, it is about starting this new chapter in the future. But none of that said about Bennington's mother. "I feel like they're trying to erase the past," Eubanks told the Rolling Stone. "They're performing songs that Chester sang, and I don't know how the fans are taking it, but I know how to take it. And having Armstrong sing my songs hurtful." This is referenced in the previous article. Bennington helped drive the group to megastar with his 2000 debut Hybrid Theory, combining heavy metal and hip hop with angsty melodic choruses and songs such as Crawling In the End. The group became an instant superstar that decade and a powerhouse in rock music throughout his career, going on to earn Grammys for Crawling and Number Encore. Eubanks added that she had tuned to the band's earlier live stream announcement accidentally and briefly heard Armstrong singing Bennington's parts. Her assessment: Armstrong was screeching her way through a high note. She couldn't bear to listen no more, left the stream and started to cry. She alleged that her son once told her that Shinoda thought Linkin Park's songs would be better sung by a woman. Okay. Because he often put Chester down, and they often would replace him with a woman if he had decided to lead the group. Chester was dumbfounded and hurt, Eubanks said of the remarks, and the fact is that they now did it. So of course that comes right back into my mind. She said that she would have been okay with Shinoda singing Bennington's parts, although they wouldn't be as high or loud, but was not okay with someone else replacing altogether, trying to do exactly what Chester did, and then not succeeding at it. She said that neither Bennington's first wife Samantha nor his son Draven knew about the relaunch until it was told to the world. "It was the same for me, and it hurt," she said, knowing that Hahn, whom she saw 4 or 5 years ago, promised he would tell her if they reassembled, and didn't like any intention of starting the band back up. She also alleged that Shinoda made a similar promise to her and Samantha Bennington. But Samantha Bennington told the outlet she had not spoken to Shinoda since she was married to Chester, nor had she seen Shinoda since before the 2005 divorce. "I believe my mother-in-law is mixed up bands between Linkin Park and Bennington's early band Grey Days. Grief and sadness." This is kind of what they said in the previous article. Spokesperson for Linkin Park declined to comment Friday when reached by the Times. "I think the important thing for us is we never set out to say let's bring the band back or let's find a singer. That was never our intention or our goal," Shinoda said Tuesday on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. I'm actually going to react to that separately. "It was more like there was a moment where our DJ Joe said we should hang out a little more often. Could be get back together and be creative," Shinoda said. "One thing led to another. It was almost like for this new record, we wrote it, we came up with the music while we were creating the new band. When we started the music, we didn't have a band, and it just came together while the music came together, I guess." Okay, so that's a lot to that's a lot to try and divulge. So obviously there are concerns about, these the Scientology links and stuff, and it's one of those things where obviously people involved will obviously have a better understanding of it. There's been no sort of real confirmation that Emily Armstrong is a Scientologist. There's all these things going around online, and it's very hard to really know what's true, what's not true, if stuff's been exaggerated. So I'm just going to react to the information as it's been presented. So obviously if she is a part of Scientology and she's done all those things, that's really bad form on Linkin Park's behalf, because they should have, done the vet and stuff. But then at the same time, this might have got addressed behind closed doors. Do you know what I mean? So it's it's really hard to really know the actual truth behind it at the moment. Obviously, I remember when that live stream happened, when the new diet was announced, I remember seeing all this stuff coming out online, like Twitter was blowing up, or X, sorry, whatever you want to refer to it. I remember seeing all these stuff on like the Sarah account, and obviously I remember seeing the Bixer Zavala stuff as well. So it's all been a bit like, there's a lot of heat around this at the moment. Obviously the Danny Masters and stuff she did address, and based on her statement, it was like she was trying to see the good in someone. It turns out he was obviously not a nice person. He's done these absolutely horrible, horrific things. So he's, he deserves to be where he is behind bars, sort of thing. So she addressed that, which obviously I feel like she had to. But yeah, Linkin Park haven't really come out and said anything. I think it's one of those things at the moment where this is actually overtaking, like, the band coming back, the new tour, the new album and everything, and it's just a bit, it's going to get to a point they're going to have to address it, because this has become a PR nightmare for them at the moment, and it is kind of taking away the excitement of the band. Like, in terms of the comments that obviously Chester's mum's made, and obviously Jamie Bennington as well, you can kind of see from the point of view, someone's come in, replacing Chester, singing Chester songs. But it's like, I've said this in my previous videos, the reality is he's not here anymore. And, at the end of the day, if Linkin Park wanted to kitchen, they don't owe an explanation to anyone. Yes, obviously, Chester's family probably would have liked to have been involved, but it's their band. Like, if they wanted to carry on, they've chose to do it. Like, they don't owe an explanation to anyone. They had 7 years, right? 7 years where they grieved, they mourned, they healed, they had to sort of come back together, spend time as friends. They've all had their own healing journeys. Mike Snow was pretty upfront about how he was doing, like, listen to Post-Traumatic, that encapsulates how he was feeling. So it's not like this was like, within a few months of Chester passing, they was like, let's get the band back. This has been a long, nearly 10 years it's taken to get to this point. So, and like I've said, from the Zane Lowe interview to obviously interviews I've read, obviously they've done a few interviews on like talk shows and stuff, like, it just seemed it was a natural thing. And obviously they saw something with Emily and Colin, and they wouldn't have done it if they didn't feel there was something there. So it just seems like they were just forming the band while writing the album. They were trying to figure it all out in one hit. But yeah, all this controversy, it's hard to really know what's true and what's not. Obviously there is going to be some truth with people that are involved, and like I said, if she is part of Scientology, that's messed up, especially knowing what happened to Chester, because he struggled with things like mental health. And I don't know too much about Scientology, but I know they don't really care for mental health and stuff. So obviously if she is and she's trying to fill Chester's shoes, then that's bad form. I'll give anyone the benefit of the doubt, but obviously if this does come to light, she is, then you can't really support someone like that. But at the moment, we don't know. We really don't know what's true, what's not true. There's also some credibility to obviously these people that's coming forward and stuff. Obviously Mike Snow's kind of addressed it, he kind of hasn't. It will get to a point, and they'll have to put something out, because I've been seeing from multiple sources, different content creators, like, it's got to a point Emily Armstrong considered quitting Linkin Park because mentally she's struggling, and I don't think she realised how much the spotlight was going to be on her. Something that she thought was going to be really fun, and obviously it's just turned really south really quick. I mean, it's only been a couple of weeks, and there's not a day goes by where you don't see someone blast her online, or there's all these videos coming out about it. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest, and it's kind of ruined the excitement for what the band are trying to do. They're trying to like go forward in this new iteration. It's it's just a bit of a mess, to be honest. Like, reading all that stuff, it's quite heavy going, and it's just a bit like, it's kind of taken away from the music at this point. And you see it all the time, people are gunning for her head and they want her out and sort of thing. You've got this argument of like, they should have changed the band name, they shouldn't have bothered returning. And obviously, technically, yes, they are replacing Chester, but they're not, because they're not trying to forget what's happened. It's just, they can't, like I said, like, I don't know how many times I have to say this, they could not carry on with Chester Bennington. As much as we love Chester and would still want him here, sadly he's not here anymore. I don't know if I believe about the threats. Mike Snow said, like, if Chester wants to leave, we'll just get a new single. I don't know, man. That seems a bit, that seems a bit left field. I don't know about that, to be honest. It's just a bit, from like Chester's ex, it sounds like that his mum may be getting confused with Grey Days, because Grey Days was obviously one of Chester's earlier bands. They continue with a new singer, similar thing. Yeah, it's just a bit of a mess, to be honest. Obviously, I'm glad Linkin Park are back, but there's so much heat around this at the moment, and it just seems to be new stuff keeps popping up every day. It's really hard to really sort of form an opinion on it, to be honest, but let me know what you guys think. Put comments down below. What's your take on it? Because I'm just, like, I'm glad Linkin Park are back. I'm looking forward to the album. Like I said, I like the Empty Machine. I like Emily as a vocalist. Obviously, it's never going to be the same. Let's face it. She's never going to fill Chester Bennington's shoes. But that being said, she'll do what she can to try and still bring meaning to those songs and carry the band forward. And the thing is with Linkin Park, they want to continue the legacy built on what they created with Chester. Whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's a given, especially with social media these days. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But it's just, it is overshadowing the music at the moment, the excitement. And obviously there is a demand for the band, because obviously this 6-day tour that they're doing at the moment, they've sold out. Hamburg and London sold out. I think all the other dates have sold out too. So it was testing the waters. There is a demand for it. People still want to see them. But it's just, it's kind of taken away from the music and stuff at the moment. So it's a bit of a crap factory right now. I don't really know what my take on it is, to be honest, because there's always information going around, and you have to take it in the context in which it's portrayed and given. I suppose Linkin Park, the way they look at it, they're like, they don't want to address it, but I think if this continues, and all these publications or things coming out, they're going to have to address this, because otherwise it could cause the band to fall apart. Because I don't know if there's inner turmoil behind the scenes. I don't know if that's a thing. From the interview I seen with them for Zane Lowe, they all seemed like they were all clicking, like they seemed really good friends. Couldn't really sense any animosity or tension in the band, but this stuff like this could add to that. So it's a bit, I don't know, man. It's a bit of a mess, but that's as much as I know on it at the moment that's out there. So obviously you have to kind of form your own opinion on it. Obviously, like I said, if this is all true and she is a part of that, then I don't know if I could really support this, to be honest, because especially knowing what's going on with that Masters case and the way Scientology is. But I don't know enough about it really to form an opinion, but I do know obviously if she's trying to step into Chester's shoes, she doesn't agree with stuff like that, then yes, that can cause a lot of problems for a lot of people involved. But I'm sure Linkin Park would have done all their background checks. Like, they're not silly people, they're all quite intelligent guys, so they would have done their due diligence. But it's not a nice situation. I suppose until they really put a statement out or something, if they do, it's kind of like a he said she said sort of situation at the moment, really. But that's that's as much as I know on it, really. We'll just have to see what happens. I wish them all the best with what's going on with Linkin Park. Like I said, I am excited for the new album. Apparently there's a rumour going around as well. Obviously, take this with a grain of salt. I don't know how true this is, but I was seeing Linkin Park apparently are rumoured to release new single Heavy as the Crown on September 24th, which is obviously the date of the London show, which I'm not going to. I don't know if that's true. It'd be cool if it was, because it'd be cool to hear another song. Maybe little heavier one. I'm hoping if this song does come out, the title suggests it could be a heavy one. So, but obviously, we'll have to wait and see. You have to take these things online with a grain of salt. Keep your eyes peeled for Tuesday, and hopefully we get a new Linkin Park song. But yeah, that's how much I can really say on this, guys. Really, I'm kind of waffling now because I don't know what else to say on this situation. But yeah, that's all the facts as they've been presented. So you have to kind of make your own mind up on it. Let me know down below what you think. What's your opinion on it? You know, how are you feeling with the whole Linkin Park reunion? What's your take on, obviously, all this Scientology stuff? Let me know down below. Be interested to see what you guys think. And I hope it ain't true. I think that's all I can say. I hope it's not true because, yeah, obviously I'm an advocate for mental health and I do believe in it. It's horrible, and if she doesn't believe it, and that's not going to go down well with a lot of people considering how Chester struggled for years. But hopefully this goes away or it gets addressed, and then we can all try and actually enjoy the music. But yeah, like I said, it's very up in the air at the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. This is quite a serious one. I've kind of rambled on too long, but yeah, that's as much as I know. That's all the information out there, so let me know what you think down below. That'll be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and stay tuned for more videos, and I'm sure I'll be back with more Linkin Park stuff. But yeah, until then, guys, take care and have a good day.